class. And, you know, we don't just do Tai Chi around here, do we? We connect with each other and we share with each other and we're here for each other. And that's what makes it so great. Tai Chi is just kind of a byproduct of what we do. Yeah,
They're family.
you see behind me, I have four of the same exact posters. I kind of went overboard in making the part two poster, but just to show you, you know, this is basically a big post-it note, and but you could do it on a regular piece of paper to have in front of you. I don't, I assume you could probably buy these at like an office supply store. I don't even know if Walmart has them. I think we buy them through like Office Depot or whatever it's called. Um, but just to have this and put it up on the wall or somewhere where you can see it easy to let you know what's next and which direction. And so, whether it be part two or part one, I've just always thought it was helpful for this to be my brain. And last week, my poster kept falling off the wall. So I redid it. And so now I have four of them. They're exact replicas of each other. But that's on recording. And so if you watch it back, you can just pause it and write it out. But I mean, of course, we call it leisurely tie the coat, but on our sheet it just says tie coat. I mean, you know what that is. So let's get ourselves warmed up, and so we can start working more on our part two movements. I guess in the name of we learn more in Tai Chi class than just Tai Chi. I'll tell y'all about these breeches. Y'all know I'm a fashionista. I found these at Walmart yesterday for $11. They were marked down from $16.98, and they're the same kind of pants that are sold at Lululemon for over $100. They look almost just like them.
What kind of
Oh my
material?
goodness.
It's kind of a it's not really like parachute type pants, but it's close. It's kind of sushi, and it's thin. But they have the little elastic on the ankles that you can let out. I have them cinched in, and then it ties at the waist. But Walmart in the brand is Avia, Avia, like in the you know, I'm talking about the workout clothes section.
Yeah.
They came in black too. They didn't have my size in black. I only had this color, which is almost white. It's like a cream kind of color. So I'll share.
And you have your Namaste t-shirt on.
Yeah, and you see,
you cut it, huh?
I cut it to where it's shorter in the middle and long on the sides. Because
looking good.
I can't just have something like everybody else. I got to do something else to it. I don't know what that says about me, but I guess that's the fashion.
You have a soul sense.
I just like to do things that are different. Anywho, I digress. So slow, smooth, and continuous and gentle is the name of our game. I'm going to put on my music, even if y'all can't hear it, because it sets the tone for the environment. So if you do that at your place, even if we can't hear it, it just sets that tone to calm and slow down. So, but I still don't know if you have Spotify, if you can listen to it without having a membership. I'd never think to look that up. Let's begin our warm-ups in our stable stance, feet shoulder width apart. Good posture, relaxed shoulders, and we're breathing. for our neck. Shoulders. Up, turn, and push down. It's that gathering motion. Spine, we have our ball and we're going to separate and stretch. Keeping in mind that if putting our head or our hand up and above our head is too much for our shoulders, that we can still stretch our spine if we stay in this area. Coming back, switching, stretching that spine. That has been one of the most amazing experiences, that small of a moment of a movement while thinking about your spine stretching, you really feel that stretch. You're able to feel that stretch. You don't have to make things so big. And so we preach that in Tai Chi, that everything in Tai Chi is small, doesn't have to be big. And that was just an eye opener for me. Like, wow, that really can be just as good of a stretch, keeping it small. Remembering to keep our arms away from our bodies, that thinking about the space in our armpits of breathing, versus holding it real close and kind of clamping down into your armpits. That allows for that joint to be open as we go side to side. Hips, shift, heel, hands back, pause. Finding yourself in that posture. Center, switch. Now for our other leg. Slow, smooth, continuous. upright posture, open joints. These are our principles. No gentle resistance is under our movement control principle, but it's gentle. I need to put gentle in all capitals and resistance in lowercase. That's how I'm going to picture it in my mind whenever I think of gentle resistance. Heavy on
This one for the hip.
This one is for our hips, so we're shifting weight to one leg and tapping that foot out. I'm scooping my hands, and then here's what the side view looks like. So it's as if I'm scooping and pressing a wall, come down and switch here versus lining those hands up. Here, scoop. Here. And then tapping that foot out. So we're holding weight on one leg. Can't get my camera just perfect today. But it goes in the direction of the weight shift. It's about to do it wrong.
For the warm-up, you usually do 2 hips. Do you have a third one? Or just 2?
Yeah, there's 2. There's 2 neck, 2 shoulders, 2 spine, 2 hips, 2 knees, and 2 ankles. So there's 2 with all the major joints. So to our knees, we have our loose fists at our hips. We're going to shift weight to one leg, lift, tap and punch. Bring it back, shift, lift, tap and punch. And if doing the hand movements and having weight only on one leg is too much, use a chair. Skip the hand movement. Remembering that the hand is opposite of the foot. That's a cross-lateral movement. That's good for our brain. It's a counterbalance. I'm so glad it's Friday. And I sure missed having Tai Chi class on Tuesday. That meeting was awful. And I'll go on recording and forever on YouTube saying it. I do not like to sit in a meeting. I mean, no offense to anyone personally. I don't like meetings. But, when it comes to program and policies and procedures, we have to have them. Like it or not, right? Love this one for all the weight shift. I know I say it every time, but I really do. And it does remind me of slowing down my pace of my movements, keeping that upright posture, because I have a tendency to want to lean whenever I shift forward. All right, for our ankles, heel toe. Of course, we shifted weight to one leg. Sometimes take that for granted. But of course, we can't do this with our foot without shifting weight to one leg. Bringing it back. Making sure you're not holding any tension in your hands. Sometimes I've caught myself kind of squeezing my hand for I don't know why. But being just gentle in the way you hold your body. Then big toe, little toe. Side to side. All right, give ourselves a good shake. drink of a water if you need some water. I've started to enjoy drinking it without a straw. All right, we're going to go through our part 1 movements, facing and turned around backwards, and then we'll dive right into our part 2. So just one time all the way through. I'll call out the names of each movement as we do them. And commence. Open, close. Single whip right. Waving hands in clouds right. Right, left. Waving hands left. Remember, we have 6. Whether they're, you call them steps or turns, there's 6 of them. Moving to accommodate our advanced movements to the left. Brush knee. Play the loop. Parry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Close. Brush knee. Play the loop. Parry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Close it out. All right. Any questions before I turn around and do part 1? Basic and advanced. Okay. Basic and advanced, turned around. And commence. Open, close. Single whip right. Waving hands right. Open, close. Single whip left. Waving hands left. Close. Moving to accommodate our advanced movements, starting with brush knee left. Play the loop. Parry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Brush knee. Right. Play the loop. Parry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. To that. There we go. That's our feel good. That's our we know that. We can just sit and enjoy those movements because we have just gotten to a better place in those. We're not just learning them for the first time. That's our comfort, right? Our challenge is learning our part 2. And so I do turn my back to y'all because of the direction challenge of this movement, because there is the repulse the monkey. That's the 360-degree move. So we know brush knee, right? And so when we do brush knee for the first time in part 1, we go to the left first. And when we do brush knee the first time in part 2, it is to the right. And so as a review for brush knee, we to the right, we shift right. We turn that left toe in. When we shift left, that's when we lay that left hand out and put that right hand over our elbow. So from the front, whenever I say lay hands, it looks like that. And that right there happens with the weight shift. So I'm not telling you it's any different than in part 1. It's the same. I just didn't talk about it a while ago. So it's shift right, left toe in. That's our direction. That's saying, hey, we're going that way. That's how I think of that. That's my arrow foot. And then when I shift left, that's when I lay my hands. So I've freed my right foot of weight to be able to come back with my right hand at my hip. Now I'm going to step right, bring this left hand close to my body, turn it, and now shift as I push and follow step. So you see my body stayed upright even with that weight shift. Whenever I extended that hand out, I didn't lock my joint. I didn't go all the way out. I shifted and pushed and stopped while there was still that bend there. So that's the rule of that movement, keeping an open joint. Shift right, left toe in, reach out left, protect that elbow with the right hand, right foot, right hand back. Step right, turn that left hand, shift as I push, then follow step left. So you see, I follow step left by finishing the turn. That left foot is still behind. So brush knee. Same movement as in part 1. Leisurely tie the coat. Where is our weight at the end of brush knee? We know the rule of these movements is a follow step foot gets no weight. In theory, if you need to give it weight for safety, fine. Just know you'll have to remove the weight before you go on, because The follow step foot is the first step of the next movement. So we're here at the end of brush knee. All my weight is on my right leg. Leisurely tie the coat has me step back left. It's a very, very small step. We only have so much space to work with, right? When we step back left, our left hand that's extended comes down to our left hip. So we're here. We step back left. Left hand comes to our hip. At the same time, our right hand that is at our hip comes and does a karate chop. So it looks like here, step back, karate chop. Just like that. Your hand comes from your hip and it goes boom, like that. Leisurely tie the coat, step back, karate chop. Now we're going to shift left as this right hand pulls in towards our waist. And we follow step right and put our three fingers on our left hand on our right wrist here. And then so it looks like this from the front, and you're going to zip it up. Now notice my shoulders stayed relaxed. I didn't pull my shoulders up with the zip. My hands came up, zip. Notice also that I stopped here about chest height. I didn't come up and cover my face. This is fight in nature, so we're not going to fight somebody and cover our face. So we'll come here. And then we're going to extend as we shift, and I'm just showing you what it looks like from the front. So we extend here. I'm not leaning out to extend. It's my arms that extend. I bring my hand out like I'm offering a pie or offering something on a platter. So from the end of brush knee, we have step back left, karate chop right, shift left, follow step right, three fingers. Zip it up. Step right. Now I'm going to shift right as I do what I just told you. That extension. Follow step left. Notice soft bend. I didn't fully extend. I kept an upright posture. I extended the arm. I follow step left. They don't want our pie. We step back left. Shift. That right toe pops up. I bring this pie around. That toe follows the pie, follows that hand as if a string was tied from my middle finger to my middle toe. Come here, turn my hand, shift right as I deliver. I'm throwing that pie in their face. Follow step left. Now I go to the front. Step left. Shift and right, adjust the weight, and now open and close. So I know leisurely tie the coat is tricky. There's 400 different pieces and parts to it. And we just get better at it with practice. So here's the end of brush knee, leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop, shift, follow step three fingers, zip it up, step, shift and offer. Follow step. Step back. Shift. Right toe pops up. Bring it around. Shift right as I deliver that pie. Follow step left to the front. Step. Shift and step. Hands face. Open. Close. So let's do brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat, open and close together. Brush knee to the right. Flip it up. Step, offer. follow step. Step back, shift. Bring that pie around. Shift as I deliver. Follow step to the front. Open, close. One more time, then we'll move on to step back, single whip. Brush knee. I'm kind of chopping it up to go through each piece and part. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step. Shift and offer. Follow step. Step back. Shift. Bring that pie around. Shift as I deliver. Follow step to the front. Step. Shift and step. Hands face. Open. Close. Y'all feel good about that? Within reason. I know we're still working on it, getting more and more comfortable with it. Maybe I haven't left you confused. If not, if I have, just tell me. You'll like step back single whip because it's fairly easy and it is like our regular single whip. But guess what? We step back. So we're here, weights on both legs. We just did open and close. We want to step back single whip. Our sheet says to the left goes first, so that's our left. We shift right. We step back left. Push, turn, and separate. Eyes follow our right hand. Remember, the eyes follow the hand opposite of the foot that steps back. That's the rule of single whip, whether it's step back or regular single whip. So again, open and close. Step back single whip to the left, which is shift right. Step back left. Push, turn, and separate. Done. That's a relief after that leisurely tie the coat. Again, open and close. Step back, single whip, shift right, step back left, push, turn, and separate. Eyes follow that right hand. All right, let's put it together with the top. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step, shift, and offer. Follow step. Step back. Shift. Bring it around. Shift right as I deliver and follow step to the front. Step, shift, and step. Hands face, open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift right, step back left. Push, turn, and separate. Eyes follow our right hand. So something I didn't say on that single whip is we shift right and step back left. Then we adjust that weight to where there's weight on both legs. So when we extend our hand out, we've adjusted weight to all of our weight's not still on that right foot. I step back left. I adjusted that weight. Weight on both legs as I extend, turn, and separate. So when we end that movement, weight is on both legs. All right, fist under elbow. What I want you to understand, fist under elbow sounds like it should look like this. Exactly under it. It's not exactly under it. It's more here. It's the plane of under. So this would be the plane of above. This would be the plane at the elbow. This would be under, right? So it's a plane. If you were to go here directly under, you see the tension in that shoulder as I push it in. And so no tension. That will be what the under the elbow looks like. Just to let you know. So it's called that, but it's not exactly that. All right, so we just finished single whip. Fist under elbow. Weights on both legs. What are we going to do? We're going to shift left. And we're going to turn that right toe. We're going to pivot on the, we're going to pivot that foot to face that direction. And whenever we pivot that right foot, hold on, step back, single whip, shift left. When we pivot that right foot, the right hand comes down to our hip. The hand doesn't change. It just goes along with us. Here, shift left, pivot. So you see, as I pivoted that foot, my body turns towards the left, and that hand went from here to here. So the hand changed just because my body moved. So my hand went from facing the front to facing the left, just with the pivot of that right foot. That may feel a little bit awkward in your feet. What we're going to do now is shift right, step left, shift left, follow step right. What happens with our hands when we do that is, we're here, shift left, right, shift, done. Now we step left. When we shift, this left hand turns to face the front. I follow step right, and my fist goes in the plane of under my elbow. All right, I know that's a lot of talking. Let's go. Step back, single whip, shift right, step back left, adjust the weight, push, turn, and separate. Shift left, turn the right foot. Shift right, turn the left foot. Step left, shift, follow step right. So you see what my hands did. When I follow step right, my left hand went from facing the left wall to facing the front, and my right fist went in the plane up under that elbow. Again, open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift. Hold on. Step back, single. Open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift right. Step back, left. I was trying to go ahead and do fist under elbow. Push, turn, and separate. Now fist under elbow. Shift left, turn right. Shift right, turn left. Step left, shift, and follow step right. Again, open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift right, step back left, adjust. Push, turn, and separate. Fist under elbow. Shift left, turn right. Shift right, turn left. Step left, shift, and follow step right. Again, and we'll build on it from the top. Or add it to the top. Open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift right, step back left, adjust. Push, turn, and separate. Shift left, turn right. Shift right, turn left. Step left, shift, follow step right. So you see that whole time, my body stayed upright. I didn't lean into any of those movements. It stayed upright as I moved. All that weight shifting's happened down at the bottom as I move. shift, step, shift, pivot, shift, step. You know, all that's happening down there, but my body stays upright. Let's add it to the top. So we're going to do brush knee, right, leisurely tie the coat right, open and close, single back or step back, single whip, left, fist under elbow left. All right, here we go. Coming from open and close at the end of part one. Brush knee right. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back. Karate chop. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step. Shift and offer. Follow step. Step back. Shift. Bring that pie around. Shift right as I deliver and follow step left to the front. Step. Shift and step. Hand space, open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift right. Step back left. Shift or adjust weight. Push, turn, and separate. Fist under elbow. Shift left. Pivot right. Shift right. Pivot left. Step left. Shift and follow step. How are we on that? That's big. Woo. That's where we said we were going to really do next week is get to that fist under the fist under elbow before we go to our 360-degree move of repulse the monkey. Once we repulse the monkey, we've done all the new moves because our next move is tie the coat, but it's just on the left side rather than the right side. That doesn't mean it's easy because everything is just the opposite, but we're familiar with it. So it's not like another brand new movement. Repulse the monkey is familiar too because it's like brush knees. Matter of fact, on Dr. Lamb's poster, it says leisurely tie the, it says repulse the monkey, then it says brush knee. Well, repulse the monkey is a brush to the back, a brush to the front, and then a brush to the left. So to me, repulse the monkey is 3 brushes. But on Dr. Lamb's poster, he calls the back and to the front repulse monkey. And then that third brush, he calls it brush knee. So that confused me trying to make it 2 separate things. But when I thought of it as just 3 brush knees, they just going in different directions, it made it easier for me. What was hard is like figuring out your feet so you don't trip over your feet as you step to the back and shift weight to step to the front and then step to the side. That's the trickiest part is the feet part. And so there are actual instructions of the move, but always remember, and most importantly, is safety. And you you don't want to fall. That goes against everything that we're trying to do here. And so sometimes you might not be able to 100% properly shift the weight and pivot and turn the feet. And so if you need to shuffle your feet to get to the front, little bitty steps and little bitty weight shifts to get back to the front. And then maybe you comfortably can do that brush knee to the left. That's a choice that we have permission to make for safety. So I just want you to always give yourself permission to modify for safety. And don't feel like you have to push yourself and like stand a big chance of falling just to get the move like perfectly Dr. Lamb right, because Dr. Lamb will say there is no perfect Tai Chi. we follow our principles, but we are 100% worried about our safety. So always keep that in mind, especially as we explore part 2, because part 2 is big time. Part 2 is challenging. Part 2 is beyond what we call advanced movements. So we know that it is especially challenging. So respect it and do what you can as you learn the pieces and parts to it. Don't let me rush you through it. Feel free to ask questions about the little parts of the movement that you may not be able to see because it's a virtual setting. We're especially challenged because of virtual, and we don't see it as well as we do in person. So I know that. So always know you're free to ask clarification. You may be brave enough to ask it. Somebody else may think, oh, I wish I could say it, but I feel like I should already know it. No, it's fine. I go to training and I ask questions of clarification, and I've been doing Tai Chi a while. All right, let's do it again. Part 2, brush knee through fist under elbow. To the right, brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop. Shift. Follow step through fingers. Zip it up. Step. Shift and offer. Follow step. Step back. Shift. Bring that pie around. Shift and deliver it. Follow step to the front. Step. Shift. Step. Hands face. Open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift right. Step back left. Adjust. Push. Turn and separate. Shift left. Turn right. Shift right. Turn left. Step. Shift. Follow step. All right. So that's our pieces and parts that we know so far of part 2. It is 9:54. Let's go through our part 1 and add what we know of part 2. I'm going to do it turned around since I do part 2 turned around. All right, from the top, here we go. And commence. Open, close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open, close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open, close. Coming over here to do our advanced 6. Brush knee to the left. Play the lute. That's where it's easy to get messed up. Parry, parry, punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Brush knee. Especially when this part 2 poster is in front of me. Play the lute. Parry, punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. All right, I'm going to adjust again for part 2. If I had the space, we wouldn't adjust, but I only have so much space. Brush knee right. Now leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop, shift, follow step 3 fingers, zip it up. Step, shift and offer, follow step. Step back, shift, bring that pie around, shift as I deliver and follow step to the front. Open, close. Step back, single whip, shift right, step left, adjust, push, turn and separate. Fist under elbow, shift left, turn right, shift right, turn left, step left, shift, and follow step. So that's where we are. We have made it to our fist under elbow right here. Remembering we finish this, and we go back to the top and do it to the opposite sides. Next week we will do work on adding repulse the monkey, unless y'all have something else y'all want to work on or questions that y'all have. But here's what it looks like. We just finished fist under elbow to repulse the monkey. We step out, lay hands, because we're going to brush, right? We're going to brush to the back. We here and prepare and step. Shift, follow step. Step back. Pivot, shift, step, push, follow step. Now brush to the left. Step, shift, follow step. I think you'll really like repulse the monkey whenever you can get those feet, whenever you can be comfortable with your feet, because it's just so fluid and it just feels good to brush and brush and brush. Brush to the back, brush to the front, brush to the left. So that's what we'll work on next week. So don't be intimidated about the fact that it's a 360-degree movement. It's something you know. Brush or lay, protect elbow, come and push as you shift the weight. Adjust the feet to do it again in a different direction. Adjust again to do it in a different direction. But it's here, it's here, it's here. So you see that move. It's brush to the front with the right, brush to the front with the left, and brush to the front with the right. It's just your feet are moving you in different directions. All right, let's give ourselves a good leg massage. Ooh, these passed the lift your knees test. Woo! It's not that it's not that they're stretchy. It's just there's a lot of room in them. But they do have stretch to them too. Walmart should pay me at least 50 cents of the $11 that they cost. All right, gather tension. We don't want to live that way, y'all. We want to let it go. We want to find ourselves holding tension and say, stop it, and let it go. Don't hold tension. Gather and release. Gather and release. Gather and feel your soul. Gather all that good and fill your whole soul with it. One more. We have our right fist, that represents our strength. Our left fingers together, representing our friendship. Our thumb in, our humility. We put those together in mutual respect. We say, Namaste. Thank y'all for going here with me today with this part 2 journey. I know it's not easy, but I applaud y'all for wanting to go that extra mile in it.
Great class. I gotta go.
Okay.
I did get 10 minutes of your ending part.
Okay, very
So
good. Well,
before I had to go back to dinner.
have a
So
wonderful
y'all heard.
day and a weekend. I'll see you Tuesday, hopefully.
Okay. Okay. No class next Friday?
Yeah, we'll have class next Friday.
Oh, I thought you were saying we had one day we were not having class.
Let me tell you when. April 18th.
18th. Okay.
That's when I'll be at my daddy's house in Florida.
Okay. Okay.
That's
All
Good
right.
Friday, so the Friday of Easter.
Okay.
If that helps you.
Sounds good.
All right.
Y'all.
I'll see y'all next week. Love y'all. Have a great weekend.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.